What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to look at some new prize cards. You see, they've gone on the website, they've gone and updated the summer regionals. The June to August regionals, and if that's not summer, I don't know what is. And they've gone and listed some cards. Now, there's a bunch of stuff on there which is fine, yeah, who cares? But they've gone and listed some prize cards, including Charlotte Puddin', Charlotte Katakuri, and Charlotte Lin. Now, I've just put on the screen the regular artwork of them, because they do this when they show us what the prize cards are going to be. They tell us, hey, this is the prize card we're actually going. This is the one we're using. Awesome. But we've seen a couple of these over in China. Yeah, they showed them in China, and now they've listed them over here. And look, there's no real way this isn't the same, okay? There's no way China gets these prize cards, and then we have prize cards of the same card, but it's a different prize card. No, refuse to believe it, not happening, moving on. But I want to start with Charlotte Lin, because some of you are going to be going, wossy. We actually already have a Charlotte Lin prize card. And the answer is, yes, we do. But it is the Starter Deck 7 Charlotte Lin. And this is the OPO3 Charlotte Lin. It's why it's so important that we actually have it listed as, you know, the actual card that it is. Because if we just say, oh, there's a Charlotte Lin prize card coming, we go, oh, well, we've had one of them. It makes the most sense that it's this. But we know for a fact that it isn't, because the prize card we've already seen is the one from Starter Deck 7. And the one coming here is confirmed to be the one from OPO3. No ifs, no buts, no maybes. They've already shown us. Obviously, there was already an alternate art of that one in OPO3. So this is going to be a new artwork. I'd love to show it to you. I can't show it to you. I am sorry. For anyone that's wondering, Charlotte Lin is for top 8. So it's actually the best of them. We got Puddin' for top 64, Katakuri for top 16, and Lin for top 8. And then after that, no. It's playmats and stuff like that. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. But of the 3 trophy cards for these regionals, this is going to be the biggest and best among them. Obviously, this Charlotte Lin is a phenomenal card. It's the one whereby when you play it, if your leader is Big Mum Pirates, so yes, that does basically restrict it to Katakuri decks at the moment, but it's a 2-life swing. You gain a life from the top of your deck, and your opponent loses a life, and as a fun little side note, the life is trashed, which means that they don't actually get to add it to their hand, trigger doesn't activate, etc. It just goes to the trash and they don't have it anymore, which is kind of funny. So yeah, great card, going to be a good trophy card. As soon as we have an image, I will show you. But the earliest one you get here is top 64, where you get yourself Charlotte Puddin'. And because this has been shown off in China, we can have a look at it. And I'll tell you what, it's a very, very nice card. This is, of course, the OPO3 Charlotte Puddin', which, yes, once again means we have the regular version of it, and we have the alternate art version of it. I've always much preferred the regular version here, because again, it's one of those things where the artwork here doesn't make a huge amount of sense, unless you're really familiar with the manga and the anime, in which case the regular art, you look at it and you're like, that's kind of amazing, I love it. So really, really big fan of this, huge fan of this card, and look, it's a great card. It is, as I like to phrase it, your generic Big Mum searcher. When you play it, you look at the top 4 cards of your deck, find a Big Mum Pirate other than Charlotte Puddin', whack it in your hand. One of the really cool things about this, though, and I adore that they've done this, even though it's a generic Big Mum searcher, so it goes and gets your Big Mum cards, it also searches out Sanji. And again, doesn't make a huge amount of sense until you read the manga or watch the anime, in which case it's just a delightful little nod. It's one of my favourites in the game. I adore when the card designers do this. They do this sometimes where they just put something that seems a little bit weird, but then it makes just perfect sense if you're familiar with the source material. Like the Enel, that you can essentially keep it on the field when it would be KO'd, except if there's a Monkey D. Luffy on the field, and if there's a Monkey D. Luffy on the field, that skill doesn't work, because, you know, I suppose very minor spoilers here, but Enel's the lightning dude, and Luffy's the rubber man. So one of the cool things in the manga is that when Luffy fights Enel, Enel's like, I'm going to electrocute you, this is my move, I'm really good at this. And Luffy's like, gutted, mate. I'm literally made of rubber. That electricity don't work on me. It's just fun. It makes me happy. So this is a top 64 card, and look, Charlotte Puddin is a pretty popular character. This is a very playable card, although the trophy cards generally don't get played, to be fair. This one is going to be very, very nice. And of course, you know, you're ready for the wedding there. The third eye is being shown. I think of all of the characters we've seen, Charlotte Puddin is one of the best represented in the card game in terms of the art and the skills, and it just makes me happy. But then if you get yourself to top 16, so this is between the Big Mum and the Charlotte Puddin, you get yourself Charlotte Katakuri. And of course, this is another very, very good card. Once again, it is the one from OPO3. And that's not a coincidence here. They've clearly just gone for the OPO3 stuff. And yes, once again, there is an alternate art of it. So I'm going to let you guys figure out which one you actually like the most. But this is another phenomenal card. It's one of the worst things about trying to play yellow decks at the moment is that this card is really not cheap. So it is a little bit of a pain for people to actually try and get hold of. However, it is a great card. 8 cost, 8,000 power. But on play, you can add a character with a cost of 8 or less to the top or bottom of the owner's life face up. So you can either put one of your cards back onto your life, you've got more life, yay, or you could even use this to just get one of your opponent's characters off the board. You would be giving them an extra life, so it is frankly not ideal, but it is there as an option. And these are going to be trophy cards that people really, really want. These are very, very nice trophy cards, and, you know, they've gone for the Big Mum route. They've gone Big Mum Pirates, and honestly, they've gone and chosen, like, the best three. Puddin's the Searcher, Katakuri and Big Mum are the big smashers. They're the biggest cards in the deck, and that's just kind of awesome. I'm genuinely a little bit upset that we haven't seen the Big Mum. That's really annoying to me, because we've seen the other two in China, so when they were showing off, why could they not have also shown off the Big Mum? Or is China not getting the Big Mum? Which would honestly be kind of weird. The answer is, I don't know. Although, of course, we should acknowledge we are literally in OPO6, like this past weekend it came out, and there is, of course, a special rare of the Big Mum as well. So that particular card, we've already got 3 versions of it. Now, apparently, there is another. I tell you what, though, I'm loving these. I probably won't be winning any of these because I tend to focus more on casting, and if I'm going to big tournaments, I generally be trying to, you know, get a spot behind the casting desk rather than actually playing, which is a little bit sad because I want them, especially the Charlotte Puddin, but this is awesome. They are going to be available at regionals from June to August, and, you know, I showed you the offline logo a minute ago. Obviously, we know the deal by now, that the prizes for the online tournament are going to be exactly the same. They're still showing off Manga Shanks. That is being given out to top 8 and above. So you need to get top 8 for Manga Shanks. The Gear 5 Luffy Don is available, which is kind of lovely. Now, it is being given to top 512 if there are 1,024 players. Otherwise, it's top 128. It's top 128 regardless, but you get it for top 512 if there are 1,024 players. If there aren't, then unfortunately, it's only for top 128. You have been warned. And then, of course, we've got those playmats that I showed you previously. One featuring Law and Don Quixote Rocinante, who do fit quite nicely as a pair, to be clear. And then one featuring Nefertari Vivi, Shirahoshi, and Rebecca, which is a very cool trio of characters. I rather suspect that's going to be very popular. And you may have noticed that is the winner playmat. The other one I showed you had second place written on it because it is for second place. There are some good prizes being given out at these regionals, and I want that winner playmat because it's beautiful. And obviously everybody loves Manga Shanks, and having the Gear 5 Don is, you know, still a very, very cool thing. But I think these prize cards are going to be a big deal. I'm still upset I can't show you the Charlotte Linlin, and for that I can only apologise. But I'm telling you right now, these are going to be popular. people are going to want them, and you know as soon as that Charlotte Linlin is out there, I'm going to show you, because that's the kind of thing I do. Right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you need to know, and now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about these cards. Tell me how much you want them. Tell me which regionals you are going to go to. Do make sure you check the website. They have a list of all the ones that are out there. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.